there has been a pattern that I've been recognizing within my tattoo journey so far. And it's been frustrating me, honestly. What's been happening, right, is I'll do a tattoo, I'll do a sheet, a skin, and then I vanish for like a month. Why? I think I know what it is. Perfectionism. Again, perfectionism, bruh. This has been one of my biggest hurdles to try and climb over, right? When I start doing the tattooing, I literally want it to be perfect. It's like this fear of disappointing myself. It like crumbles and cripples me. So I've been trying to figure out, okay, I've just come to the conclusion that like, I just can't be, I can't be holding this super high expectation and like overwhelming myself with it, because it's causing like paralysis. I really need to be prioritizing consistency over perfectionism. Doing an hour a day, just an hour a day, but every day, the muscle memory, like the coordination is just gonna pick up so much faster. It's just gonna be constantly repeating itself. Instead of like making this giant session where I'm doing like 3 hours and doing like 3 days in a row, but then like that's it for like a couple weeks. It's just like insane. I don't know why it feels so normal to me to like do it that way, but for some reason, naturally, it just does. And I've had this same issue when it comes to drawing. Like I'll draw like a realism portrait and then like I won't draw for months on end because I'm just like, oh, like I'm overwhelmed by wanting to have to start again because I know the standard that I'm holding myself to. So it's just like a flaw in my mentality towards this. I just need to be able to like be more open to failing and just sticking to chipping away and chipping away and chipping away. So what's the intention for this week? Consistency. We just need to lock the fuck in, suck it up, face the failure and rinse and repeat until this shit becomes easy. That's my only solution that I can think of. So just gonna knuckle in. Firstly, to start off the video, we got an unboxing that we want to get through. It's a big one, this one. This is a haul. And then I'm gonna set up the station, get the stencil, and then by tomorrow, we've got our stencil fully cured and we are gonna be ready to rumble with some practicing. I believe that this session for practicing is going to be joining lines. So I'm really looking forward to it. And we're gonna see how it all pans out by the end of the week. As shown in the last video, I ordered a bunch of more equipment. I had like a whole list of stuff. I can't even really remember what it was that we were opening, but let's go through it. I genuinely don't know where I'm gonna fit this stuff because these drawers behind me, they're already packed to the rafters, and we got this, plus this. This one's, you know, no sweat, but the other thing, it's a 5 kilo box. So, without further ado, let's get to it, eh? So this is gonna solve the issue of running out of battery. We weren't sure in the previous session if we were actually gonna be able to get like a power supply or what. I thought, you know what, with 2 batteries, we should be covered. While one's charging, the other's working. And the batteries are pretty decent on this gun. So there we have it. Our second battery for the Mast Flip Pro 2, I believe. Does it say? I'm almost certain that that's the case. Comes with a charger cord as well. That's gonna get us out of a lot of trouble, which is lovely. We don't like trouble. Now for the big dog. All right, damn. There's a lot to get through here. We have our receipt, just a bunch of little stuff. biodegradable wash bottle bags, important to have. I wanted to get like the hygiene and stuff all kind of covered. That way, like, I know I'm doing everything right. We've got green soap. Holy, I don't remember ordering this many. That's actually insane. We've got our sticks for the Vaseline. This will keep me covered for about 4 years. We have our shard box. I mean, this stuff is kind of for like when I have clients, but hey, we'll put this in a big Tupperware container or something. Obviously important, keep all your needles somewhere safe and in a controlled environment. So on a serious note, that one's good. We've got our masking tape for setting up. I usually put my skins on this mat, and right now I was trying to like do like 4 layers of Glad wrap around it, and it wasn't very practical. So having that is gonna tape these down. So these are just like those little sanitary mats that I can simply lay down on the square on this little mat here, tape it, and then, you know, Bob's your uncle, a lot easier. So I've got 2 bricks of this. It's gonna keep us covered for a while as well. A wash bottle. This is where you put the green soap in, clean up area, clean up the skin. It's got like a little measuring thing here. This is what these bags are for as well. So these go hand in hand, keep that sanitary. I guess this is also gonna be used specifically for taping up areas. We've got Bactine Max. Again, another thing that I don't really need right now. This is actually for putting inside this wash bottle. So I believe you like, I don't know the ratios, but put this in there with the green soap and it kind of numbs and soothes the stinging for the client when they're getting tattooed. And then the green soap is like the antibacterial. This is also an antibacterial. It's just like, yeah, it's got a little bit of lidocaine in it. So, you know, you want to make the client's experience as enjoyable as possible. And putting that little bit of extra money into courtesy is a bit of a differentiator between you and other people. So thought that was good. I don't really know I don't know why I bought these, to be completely honest. Live Wipe mini wipes. I think this might be for wiping down skin. I don't know why I bought this right now, to be honest with you. I don't remember buying this, but apparently we did, which is cool. Melbourne Tattoo Supply sticker. Shout out to Melbourne Tattoo Supplies for all of these products, by the way. Super fast shipping every time, reliable, really good website. They have all the products you'd ever need. Highly recommend them. I'm not sponsored either. I'm just giving you guys a game. That's just the way it is. Then we have our premium machine bags. This is what I really needed. Found that this is just like a really good habit to get into. I just want to start wrapping up my gun, doing everything correctly and getting in the habit of it before I start working on people as well. So that's another cool product. And then tattoo grip tape. I can't really recall what this is. I'm gonna have to suss it out real quick. Oh, I see. Grip tape. Makes a lot of sense. So we got like a 24 pack of this because I was actually getting anxious for a minute. I'm like, we're running out like really quick here. So that's gonna keep us covered because I've found that like it's almost a whole roll on each time you redo your gun. I'd say maybe like 2/3 of a roll at least. But it makes all the difference and it's definitely worth it. Without further ado, I'm gonna sort all this shit out, clean it up, and we're gonna start prepping up this desk, getting it ready for tomorrow's session of practicing. messy, bro. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Maybe not wet enough? Bro, that looks pretty fucking good. That stencil. I don't know. I think I'll be okay for the most part. Just gotta be really careful. Make sure that I'm giving it Vaseline prior to wiping it down. That way I'm not wiping off the stencil. But other than that, I think it's okay. I think it's okay. Like this. I know that people usually put it down on the bottom here and cover it, but like, bro, that's too small. I'm gonna obviously have to buy more, but for now, that I'm not working on anyone, I think this is gonna have to do. I was gonna go like this. I don't know. I know it's probably not the best, but it's gonna have to do. There's my little garbage bag. And just go over with this. Seems pretty legit for now. Battery's full. I've made sure. Probably could, I don't know, do something with this. But we're learning. Leave a comment down below if you know what to do about this, because I am scratching my head right now. Anyway, needle. How am I meant to adjust this, bro? This is pissing me off. How am I meant to adjust the fucking needle? This isn't fun. I'll tell you that. This is not fun, bro. Thought this is gonna be plenty. Obviously not. Shocking. Reasonably straight, decent join, perfect, far from. I think I could have been a bit more gradual with that one, to be completely honest. Bit too deep, I felt that. And you can see it. At least I'm aware of that. I think the needle is slightly too far out. My ideal line, bro. See, they're not bad. They're not bad, but like that right there, a little rough, bit of a slant, bit of a whip at the bottom. This one, a little bit of yeah, you can see. But that one, that's what we need. We need them every time. The whole sheet. I'm going to put this into a time lapse now. Go ham on it. Let's see what the end result leads to. Alright guys, so just a quick summary from our third sheet. This one was actually quite good today. I think it ended up taking me about, on the timer I set, I ended up cutting out about 15 minutes of that. I forgot to restart the timer, and that reached up to 99 minutes. So I'd say roughly an hour and 40 minutes. And then I think there was another extra 45 minutes after that. I took a slight break because my focus and attention was kind of running out. I was a little sloppy. I think my tolerance for patience still needs to progress and get better. And I need to do a bit of a dopamine detox, I think, as well. I've been scrolling and stuff, so my attention span's kind of shot. So doing stuff like this to replace that, it's going to be a lot more productive and overall better as well. Probably find a lot more enjoyment out of the simple things in life. So anyway, not to get too deep on that, I've just jotted down a quick summary on just some slight lessons I just want to go over before going into the next sheet. The objective for this week as well, quick side note, was consistency. I'm really glad that I got this one done today, and I'm going to create a new stencil for my next objective tonight. So that way, when I wake up tomorrow morning, stencil's fully cured and ready to go. So I get 2 sheets done back-to-back days, which is exactly what we've been trying to look for. So I'm really proud of myself for actually taking the initiative and doing that. Anyway, back to the main objective right now. So my initial thoughts before starting this sheet, I felt pretty confident, to be honest with you. I really do believe that this reflection sheet is helping me a lot with just understanding what sort of intention I need to be going in with prior to actually doing the tattooing. If you guys do want this sheet, I'll attach this into the description as well, because I actually found it really helpful with just checking in. So that was basically my intention. I knew what I was getting into before. I was saying I'm just going to remain humble, stay calm, stay patient. That's the goal, and the consistency should follow. If I'm not constantly getting volatile with my thoughts, the results physically aren't going to be affected either. What did I practice? Basically, that exact intention that I was just talking about. I did slip up a few times as well. Like, obviously, there was definitely mistakes on that sheet. There's no doubt about that at all. I just think that I did progress. Like, overall average, yes. Were there times where I felt really confident and I was like, yeah, like I'm doing good here? And then immediately, as soon as I felt like that, I would get wobbles and stuff. 100%. That was my biggest thing, was just remaining humble. Like, as soon as I got cocky and I'm getting through this, I'm chewing through this, boom, straight away. So I just remained patient, treated every line like it was the first one, you know? Another practice that I ended up implementing was staying curious. So when I was doing it, I was like, okay, look, I'm not gonna change too much, but just little micro adjustments. I ended up putting my elbow on the table and stabilizing it. I would usually sit it like this and tattoo, right? But having my actual elbow on the table, I found so much more stability and control with that. And actually not using my wrist at all, but holding the pen exactly the same consistently with my hand, and then almost using it going down, my whole arm would move, it was my whole body. And I found the fatigue to be better with that, as well as just consistent lines. It just felt like I didn't have to think as much. So that was a really interesting thing that I noticed, as well as just slightly sliding my hand down, further down towards the bottom of the grip. Found that to give me a lot more accuracy when it comes to just having a bit more stabilization towards the bottom where the needle is. And I actually, as you can see on the sheet, kept it clean this time around fully. So that Vaseline trick has done me well. So I'm gonna keep continuing to use that. One of the small things that I did notice when it come to like flaws in how I was doing things was, at first I was kind of like whipping when I was finishing up the first line that needed to be joined. I would kind of like whip it out, and I found like it would tail to the side of the stencil line. So I just slowed it down a lot, and that ended up helping out heaps. And same with going over the other line. I would make sure that I was constantly dabbing where I was, but prior to doing the joint as well. That way I didn't have any loose ink sitting on the top of the surface covering up what I was about to go over. If there was any other technical mistakes that I noticed, I would just say wobbling, man. Like, honestly, the wobbling is going to be one of those things that I think is just going to take time getting used to. I found my lines were a lot more consistently straight, especially in comparison to the first sheet that I ever did. But again, we're just at the very beginning. Treat every day like it's the first one, and trust the process. Don't get too worked up about it either. That's another thing that I did pick up on as well. Just take it as you go, you know? If you fail, don't treat it as a fail. Treat it as an opportunity to take a lesson from it. And just have a neutral perspective on it as well. Don't get worked up. Don't think that, stay in the gray area, I would say. If I was to quickly summarize it, I would say stay in the gray area. Don't get too excited when you do good. Don't get too upset when you do bad. Don't be volatile. Yeah, but overall, I'm actually quite happy with the progression that I'm making so far. I feel like my average is like pretty decent. When it comes to like each sheet, I feel like I'm progressively learning a little bit more. I'm just gonna keep trying to maintain this attitude towards it and see how far it gets me, and keep searching for any other improvements that I can make. Just stay curious, keep on refining things. If I'm unsure about a certain situation, if something doesn't feel right intuitively to me, look it up, ask the questions, and do these, man. Do the check-ins, because it's gonna keep you on track. Every sheet turns into a chapter of lessons. That's what I'm gonna highly recommend to anyone watching, and I'm just gonna keep remembering this stuff. I mean, this is why I make these videos as well. It's to make sure that I'm leveraging every experience that I have throughout my journey by constantly reminding myself, not just on paper, to the camera, constantly spending hours editing the videos as well. So I'm just like internalizing it quite fast. Anyway, that pretty much wraps up that sheet summary. Let's get into the second one. I wasn't actually sure whether or not to make a separate video for this, but I'm like, you know what, fuck it. Like, I think if I can whack out like 2 sheets a week in one video, like, that's pretty good. So that's what I'm gonna try and do. Obviously, we're playing everything by ear right now. We're still in experiment phase. So we don't know how it's gonna end up, if it's gonna bite me or if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna give it a crack and keep you guys posted. Let's get on to the second sheet. Just before starting this next sheet, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of context on what the objective is. So basically, of course, listen to our lessons that we learnt and went over just before, but also objective for this task is going to be doing curved lines. So really looking forward to it. Hopefully this session goes all right. Don't know how to feel about it. Again, stay in that gray area, go for it. I'll give you a rundown on a few, maybe the first 3 or 4, and then I'm going to get into the time lapse again, just so that I can zone out and fully embrace the moment. And that's about it. Hope you guys enjoy. Always good to have a habit. I ended up just leaving my gun and the setup station as it was because it was already good to go from yesterday's session. It's just going to save me a bit of time and money while practicing on the fake skin, of course. Got our new needle, fresh needle. Let's get into it. Put some on here, like so. Little ink cup, boom, set that down. Ink, nice shake before using. How's the volts? 6.5, same as yesterday. Vass it up.
Found that just doing it in small segments is a lot better with the Vaseline. At first I'd do like right down the whole column. It ends up just drying on ya. You're not getting much out of it. Alright, let's start. Starting from the start here. Reason why I'm starting from this corner, due to the fact that I will be rubbing out the stencil if I start from this one. Constantly working our way back, grazing the stencil. Whereas here, we're kind of minimizing that. Touch. Seemed pretty good. It was a little shaky. I really like to, I want to show you guys, but like at the same time, it's just not how I hold my hand. I'd really like stretching. One sec. Alright, let's see. Let's see how they turned out, huh? Not bad. First one was good. Second one was decent. Third one was average. I'll just bring you guys a little closer so that you guys can actually see. As you can see, not too bad. I was quite happy with the first one. Only thing I could really flaw is that little lip at the very beginning. I mean, at the very end there. Probably rushed trying to finish it off instead of like making a clean exit. This one here was the most flawed with that little jaggedness, a little bit of wobbling. So I'm gonna have to really pay attention to that. Third one, not bad. A little bit of rockiness again on that little dip. So I'm probably gonna have to readjust myself with my posture to make sure that I'm a bit more ready for it. I've also noticed like these are all consistent. So like in the middle of this curve, there is an even curve. It's like mirrored. If you were to put it like a line in the middle of that curve, they would be an even degree going to each end. So keeping that in mind when doing this is going to be a massive help for attaining consistency as well. Got a long way to go, but we are going to dive into it now. I'm going to give it my full focus and time lapse it, and yeah, let you guys know how everything turns out. If I was to list just some of the biggest lessons that I took out of this session alone, I would say be a lot more intentional about the stencil gel. Having that process done correctly just made everything easier. Stretching, make sure to prioritize it. Sometimes holding the gun incorrectly isn't even the issue. A lot of the time, the significance of stretching correctly is going to be one of the main causes of inconsistency. If you're not fully aware of how to intentionally hold that tension on the skin and plant that extra hand down just to have that extra bit of sense of stability and comfort. Same with the elbow, again, placing it there, using the whole arm to minimize wobbling as well. And yeah, looking at the big picture of what the line is, what I'm actually trying to do from A to B. Looking at it from a start to finish perspective instead of a every second counts perspective. I also found just having a mutual perspective, not being too daunted out by how this next line's going to look and not being too held up on how good the last line was. Just literally trying to maintain presence the whole way through. And yes, that is challenging. That's not easy to do. I feel like after every session, I'm literally drained, like the back of my head is like sore because I'm like, I haven't trained this muscle before. But I think right now I'm just in the process of trying to deal with that pressure better. I'm building up a tolerance for that sort of pressure. It's definitely getting better. I'm definitely getting more comfortable. I think as well, just the simple fact of getting familiar with a feeling, like your hand's constantly being vibrated. Like at the end of the day, like your hand has to take some time to process even suspending that vibration. So, you know, this just trusting the process and giving yourself the opportunity to get as familiar as possible and intentional as possible with everything. And one last final thing as well is like the slower you go, the quicker you go. It doesn't make any sense out loud when I say it, but the slower you go, the less mistakes you make in the future, the more intentional you are, the more you save time. So trying to chew through a whole sheet and get it done so that you can start on the next one is the worst thing you can do. Taking your time, doing every single line correctly, and then your whole sheet's done like mint. Then you're ready to actually go to the next sheet. You rush it, you're not ready. You don't rush it, you are ready. It's weird, but that's just kind of how this is. The slower you move your hand, the less likely you are to make a mistake, the less likely you are to have to start again, the more confidence you end up gaining. It all compounds over time. For now, we're just going to keep remaining a student, trusting this process, refining it, getting the feedback we need, implementing the feedback, and we just keep the ball rolling. That just about wraps up this video. Hope I could bring some decent value to you guys. Hope you enjoyed the process. Laters.